I'm Chef Todd Moore. Welcome back to Cooking Coarse. Why have I got my head in the oven today? Well, I want to talk about heat transfer. The basic idea behind cooking is the transfer of heat. Transferring heat to our food, to our protein product, is what is the indicator of your outcome. I mean, how you want your dish to come out. And basically there are two types of heat. There's convective heat and conductive heat. Now, the reason I had my head in the oven was to be silly, number one, and number two, to make a point. If I've got a 500-degree oven here, I could take my hand, stick it in the oven, wait a few minutes, pull it out, not burnt, right? But if I go over to my stove, go over to the saute, light up one of the burners, no, of course I'm not going to stick my hand directly over the burner. My hand would be burned instantly. This is a good illustration of the difference between conductive and convective heat. Convective heat is a hot box. Convective heat heats air. Air heats, rises, cools, falls, heats, rises, cools, falls, heats, rises, begins this convective cooking process. It is the softest cooking process we know. And as a matter of fact, air is the worst conductor of heat there is. You know this by the way it costs, what it costs to heat and cool your home. If air was a better conductor of heat, you'd only have to turn on the heat once in the winter and then turn it off again in the spring. Your home would stay heated. Air is a horrible conductor of heat. However, metal or direct source heat is a great conductor of heat. So in our oven, convective heat, air surrounds the product and cooks it entirely. Conductive heat is like your broiler or your gas grill or your stovetop. This direct source, intense conductive heat, heats the bottom of the pan, the metal, and then put the protein product in. Metal is a much better conductor of heat than air is. You know, and I put my arm in the oven, sure, the air surrounding it, my arm didn't get burnt. What if I touched the arm to the metal rack? Yeah, burned instantly. Same thing on our saute. So how you decide to apply heat to your food is going to dictate the outcome. Case in point, if I put an item in the oven to roast, it will dry because of the air, and the moisture evaporates into the air and will dry the product. However, if I don't want to dry my product, I can use direct source conductive heat and add liquid to a pan and actually poach the product in liquid. Now it'll be moist and not dry using my conductive heat method. If I want to caramelize sugars, give myself a nice brown color on the top of a chicken breast, will it happen in the oven before the item is fully dried out? No, it will not caramelize. You won't get that nice brown color on a chicken breast before it dries out in the oven. But if I put it in a saute pan under direct, intense heat, it'll brown very quickly even before it cooks through entirely. So before we start any basic cooking method, understand the difference between convective and conductive heat to help decide on the outcome of your dish. Do you want this item in the oven surrounded by hot air? Do you want it subjected to intense heat on a saute pan or on your barbecue grill or on your broiler? These are going to give you dramatically different results. And we're going to show examples of both of these types of methods in the coming days. I invite you to join me here on Cooking Course. We don't talk about fine cooking. We try and empower you over written recipes, share some chef secrets with you, think outside your recipe box, because these recipes are intimidating. They're one person's idea of how something should be made. You come up with a better idea. Use basic cooking method, convective or conductive heat. We're going to talk about other things, saute methods, poaching methods, braising methods, all types of things to illustrate the basic difference between the two types of heat transfer in food. This is one of the most underlying basic methods to get your desired result. Which type of heat are you going to apply? Join me again tomorrow on Cooking Course and we'll continue this conversation.